Hello, Flosstube. It's Christine from Hollis Hands Create. Today's Wednesday, September 16th. This is episode 16 of my Flosstube channel. This is a channel about cross stitch and a few other things, maybe some other crafty items that I might throw in. Today we're primarily going to talk about some cross stitch. I do show one other project that I finished. A worthy cause and a giveaway. So stay tuned, settle in. I hope you're inspired and enjoy the show. Thank you so much. First, let's see what's been going on. It's been 2 weeks since I did my last Flosstube, and my daughter Savannah came to visit, which was really nice. I was very sad to see her go. We didn't do a tremendous amount, which was fine, and she, when she's off of work and everything, she didn't want to do a whole lot either. We floated around on the pool for a lot of the time, and it was just really a very nice visit. Let's see, Chris has started traveling. He's been given the okay to begin to travel again, which he's not 100% wild about, but he took his first trip, so he's in Albuquerque right now, and he did not like the flight, that's for sure, but anyway, so he'll be back a little bit later, and then I think he heads up to Oklahoma City, so we'll see how this goes with the traveling, but anyway, so I've had a couple of days to myself here, so I had gotten started on some of the fall decorating. As you can see, I've changed my background. So the sideboard here in the kitchen is decorated for fall right now. I always start with just my fall decorations, and then October 1st, most of these stay out, but then I bring out the specific to Halloween types of decorations. So this is my favorite time of the year, and I just love the colors. I don't know, it just really appeals to me. So I'm very happy to have about 3 months worth of this decor. So getting out some of the things, I actually not stitchy related, but crafty. Had some really beautiful fall fabric that I wanted to do something with, and so I actually made up a set of placemats and really like them. Though I will tell you that since the kids are gone, my husband and I don't sit at the kitchen table very often anymore, but anyway, I liked them, and so they're out, and they make me happy when I see them. So just real quick, easy log cabin pattern that I just kind of used the log cabin style, traced it out on, or not traced it out, but charted it out on just a piece of graph paper, and then did some measurements and just put it together myself. So that was out. I'll insert some pictures of just some vignettes that include some of the stitching. Once you kind of have everything displayed, sometimes it's kind of hard to pull things out. So I will insert some pictures, but I'll also show you some things that were easy to show. I stitched this last year. This is the Pumpkin Topiary by Scissortail Designs. Just a quick little stitch, and then I had this little backboard from Walmart. I think it was like $2, and added some little pumpkin berries and put some of this flax looking stuff behind it, and so anyway, I really like that. I think it turned out really cute, and I just did that last year. This one is, let's see, fall leaves, and I think I stitched this, oh gosh, it's dated 2006, I believe. I can't hardly read the writing. And I stitched it, so I stitched this quite a while ago. I'm not 100% sure who designed this one. I'm just not 100% sure. But anyway, I really love it. It says, God colors each leaf with a glorious shade. Enjoy while you can, as soon they will fade. Isn't that pretty? And I believe I've given that pattern away. So when I was digging around to try to find some things, I was like, oh, I couldn't find it. So, I did, remember last time I did let you know that I had another one I was finishing. And so this was Something Wicked by Lottie Da. And I had this stitched last year, so it's been hanging in my closet. I have a fabric closet, and so I have clip hangers in there. And so when I finish a project, I iron it and hang it. And so this has been hanging. So I pulled it out, and I just decided on a simple pillow finish. It has black velveteen on the back, and I basically ironed it, and then I had bought some black iron-on interfacing from Joann's that I put on the back side because I just used fiberfill, and I didn't, since this is a darker fabric, I didn't want that color of the fiberfill to show through. And so I used a black interfacing on, on the middle of it, and I really love it. I think it's cute. So, and it's just a simple finish. I was gonna use maybe some pom-pom or something, but then I was like, well, Something Wicked, pom-pom is kind of, I don't know, a little more whimsical or something and not quite scary, right, for like Halloween. So that's my Halloween finish, the last one that I FFO'd this last weekend. And then I got the call that my framing was done, and here is Away We Ride by Blackbird Designs. And I just love this. So that one I picked up earlier in this, or I guess it was the middle of last week, and it just makes me happy. Makes me happy to see it finished. This was a kind of a longer stitch, but look at those birds. Now I think I saw Amy Loves Toads. She's one of my Zoom partners on Tuesday nights. She had framed hers as well, but I think she turned her big crows into vultures, which was a really cool idea. But love them. Love this. Turned out so well. I'm so happy with it. So that'll get hung up here pretty quick. See, the next thing, and I had asked everybody about my Plum Street Samplers finish, Love One Another, that I showed last time, and kind of asked for advice on if I should continue to finish, something else. And I did get a couple suggestions to maybe try the chenille finishing around it, but maybe instead of having it be a colored chenille, but have it maybe be a chenille that matches the linen. And so I did pull some, I think it was Lady Dot Creates Bear, which is that similar color, and put it around. I still didn't really like it so much. So I hung it up. I'm just leaving it as it is. And, the more that I look at it, the more I just kind of like it, as it is, just a simple finish mounted on that wood board. So anyway, just thought I'd let you share what I did since I asked that question and asked for some help. So, the big finish. This is what I had shown and was hoping for, a big finish, and I got it done. As you remember, my goal was to get this done by Labor Day, And I actually finished it on Saturday night really late, and I absolutely love it. I'm just so excited about this. So we started on Memorial Day and I was finished by Labor Day, and so now it's gonna be, I was kind of waiting to show it today, and then probably tomorrow I'm gonna actually mail it off to Total Framing and have it framed. I had looked at a local shop here where I had Away We Ride framed, and the reason I had that one framed locally is because right now Total Framing is about 6 to 7 weeks out on getting the framing done, and I want to display this for Halloween. So obviously if I would have sent it away, I would have gotten it back in time for Christmas. So I did look though at frames, and I took the new Constellation in, and I just didn't really see anything that really did it justice. And then the other thing is I was talking to him about if I picked a frame, would they have that same frame available for quite some time? And the girl was just not sure. She's like, I don't know, we do resets, and you know, some frames go out. And I was like, eh. So I'm gonna send it off to Total Framing because my intention is to then stitch this next year a Heritage Sampler, and then Paulette has a third one that came out this April through one of the retreats that will be released to the general public this next spring, and that will be 3. And I want to stitch them all. I've got the Chantilly Cream linen from Lakeside already reserved, and I want them all to be the same frame because they're the same size sampler, and that way I can just display them as a set of 3. So anyway, so that's the plan for that one. So that was a very exciting finish. I was just so happy with it. And so on with that, the next one that I'm hoping by the next time that I film, I will be able to show you another finish. And that is Autumn Dream. And this is by Cottage Garden Samplings, and it's part of the Songbird Garden series. And this is the Tufted Titmouse and Bittersweet. And I'm stitching this on 36 count Sanguine by Weeks. And I just love this one too. So since the last time that I showed this to you, I was able to bring this all the way up, begin to do the connection here. I've added this set of bittersweet berries here and this berry. And I think what I'm going to do, Michelle had just a fantastic suggestion, and as before I was asking everybody about the big maple leaves that, or oak leaves, I believe, that are down on that one side, and they're just not speaking to me. So I think what I'm gonna do is take this leaf and pop it down here as well. At least that's kind of what my potential plan is right now. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this off and then see how I feel about it, but I hope to have this one finished really soon. So it's really a beautiful, beautiful pattern. So I've been really concentrating on that one. And of course, if you have been on any kind of, really kind of just about any social media or anything like that, you've seen that this past Sunday, September 6th, was the launch of the Coming to America Women of the Mayflower Stitch Along from Brenda Gervais, and I participated, and here's where I am so far. Not a huge start, but I've got a big chunk of the ship done and the anchor. I'll show you, here's the pattern. So, I'm doing okay. My ship might not make it. I might be lagging behind I don't know that I'll get the whole thing done in the 66 days of stitching, but I'm okay with that. So it'll be just fine. That one I am actually stitching on 40 count Winter White by Seraphim Fabrics, and it is an absolutely lovely linen. If everybody watches, which I'm sure you do, Brenda and the serial starter, Brenda and Laura, Brenda made reference to Seraphim Fabrics, and I have shown Seraphim Fabrics a couple of times on my channel as well. And she made reference to the fact that she felt like it was the equivalent of stitching on lakeside linens. And I would have to say that I completely agree with that. I had just been telling my Zoom ladies a couple of days prior to watching Brenda that I was thoroughly enjoying stitching on this, and it's just a really nice, smooth stitch. Really nice. So, and I do believe, in addition to going to seraphimfabrics.com, I think there's a couple of shops who actually sell it as well. So it is more easily accessible than Lakeside right now. So, all right. Now, I did only get, because I was trying to really concentrate to finish the new Constellation, I skipped my typical Wednesday with Walter. So 2 Wednesdays ago, the night there, I guess the evening that I was stitching, or that I did my Flosstube, I was supposed to stitch on Walter, and I skipped and stitched on the Constellation. But, so Walter made an appearance this past Wednesday. So since there was only one night of stitching, I didn't get a tremendous amount done, but I did do this whole thing here. And he's being stitched on, I think he's, let's see, 36 count milk chocolate hand dyed by Stephanie. And I really love how he's looking. So I'll be stitching on Walter tonight. So he's really beautiful. There's a lot of, he's not an easy stitch. There's a lot of confetti type stitching. So I don't park my threads or anything like that, but I do go ahead and load up 3 or 4 needles, and that works out pretty well that way. I can just easily switch. So, okay, and let's see. Okay, I did have a little bit more I worked on. One was a secret stitch, which I can't show yet, but I'm taking some pictures of, so hopefully I'll be able to show that on my next one. So that took up a couple of days this past week. But I did have one new start, and I showed this on my last episode that I was going to be stitching it. It's the Night Watch by Scattered Seed Samplers. And I did have a new start. So this was one evening, and he's being stitched on 40 count Winter Brew by R&R, which I really love. So that wraps up what I've been stitching on. So not a lot. I think I'm better off if I actually just pick 3 or 4 things and have them be a focus for that week, or maybe the same focus for the following week. I might get some things done. Like Autumn Dream, that's a 2019 Mania start. I'd like to have it finished this year. So, but unless I do some focusing on things like that, I'm never going to get things finished. So, I did get a little bit of haul. And a couple of things that I got, well, at least one thing that I got was not cross-stitch necessarily, but it's this Penny Lane Primitives Bittersweet Fall applique wool, and it's a kit, so it comes with all of the wool and the floss and everything. So I got this because I love these little penny type style mats. It's actually, doesn't have the penny, but it looks like a penny mat. So anyway, I got that. I'm gonna work on that. I did get some fabric from Luminous Fiberarts, Misty Purcell. And I have not stitched on any of her fabric before, but I really love her colors. I met her at in Nashville this year, and she's just really a sweet person. And so I got 40 count sparrow from her. And this one is a 40 count soft pumpkin. And that's showing right there. There we go. So I really like that one too. So we'll see how those are. I'm just trying to buy some different fabrics from different dyers, you know, new textures. It's so hard to get some of the linens that we've liked and stitched on for a while, but there are, you know, there's new dyers out there who are doing a fantastic job, and I'd like to support them as well. So anyway, Misty puts up, she's on Instagram, and so, you know, she'll post a picture when she's got some new fabrics in the shop, and it usually, you know, disappears pretty quickly. So I'm anxious to start a piece on that. Let's see, I did have, now I have had an eBay search for this pattern for quite a while, and I had it come up a couple of times, but I wasn't willing to pay $50 plus for it. And about 2 weeks ago, maybe a little over, I had a notification, eBay, that there were listings that matched my search criteria. And so I clicked on it and looked, and there was Our House by the Good Housewife. You see that? I love this tree. Those trees are cool, and that house is cool. And it was at a good price, and it's brand new. So I was very excited, and it was at a great price, and it was a buy it now. So I beep, click, buy it now in my cart and on its way. And I had it within 2 days. I mean, they shipped it out literally like within an hour of me purchasing it. So I was very excited about that. So it was a semi-unicorn. And then as to wrap up haul, Sassy Jacks had their September soiree, and I did participate. I didn't get onto the Zoom rooms quite as much as I could have. I ended up having to close the shop this past Thursday night because the volume of orders was so high that there was just no way I was going to be able to get those orders out in the time frame that I'd like to get them out. I like to have everything shipped in 1 to 3 business days, and but I'm by myself doing this, and so the volume of orders were coming in at such a pace that there was no way I could keep up. So I had closed the shop late Thursday night, and I had hoped to kind of at least listen to all the lectures and things, because she had some really fantastic speakers. Kim did a great job, but it was a little difficult to try to participate really in the Zoom rooms, and so. But I was happy with it, and I was happy with the sampler that we all got. It's a Bristol, or Scottish sampler, I'm sorry. Christian Henry, 1816. So that's what that looks like, and I should have taken it out. I'm sorry for the glare. So we got this, and then she actually included another kit for a Biscornu too as well that was fully kitted and everything. So that was really, that was kind of fun to semi-participate in, and it was a different experience for Kim, and I'm sure she, is probably glad to have that off of her plate. But it was exciting to at least get to still participate somehow in a retreat, since all the rest of the things have been canceled for this year. So that was kind of interesting and fun. Okay, I've just got a couple of things and then I'll let you go. One is, if you watch Cynthia Brewer from Stitching in the Light, she and Christy from Crosshatch Quilts and Olivia, Pumpkin Hollow Farms, are doing the Great Pumpkin Sow. It's hashtag the Great Pumpkin Sow. And Cynthia had the idea to turn this also into a fundraiser. And I'm sure if you've gone on and seen her postings on Instagram, I talked about this on my episode a couple of weeks ago, but I hadn't at that point decided exactly what I was going to have as part of her raffle. So I've now decided, and she has posted it, and just so you're aware, this is what I'm giving away or having as part of my contribution to her fundraiser. And it's 4 fat quarters and 1 fat eighth. And as you can see, there's some picture of this plus, Luganas, everything is a 32 count. And I tried to, pick some different colors so that it would be a nice package for someone who wanted. They would have some options for some different stitching. So she will let me know, who wins, and then I will be mailing that out. It's a minimum $5 for 1 entry, $10 for 2 entries, etc. to be able to win. She's got some fantastic prizes. So check out her Instagram. Check out her Flosstube Stitching in the Light. She'll give more information, and we'll get to benefit Freedom Shield, which they do fantastic work. And anyway, thank you. I appreciate that. She said last night, we had our Stitch Zoom last night, and she said she already was getting great donations, which the whole thing wasn't even supposed to start till October 1st. So it just shows the fantastic stitching community that we're all a part of, and she just is flabbergasted, and it's just excellent. And it's excellent to be a part of something like that. So anyway, very happy about that. So, okay, and I do have a giveaway, actually 2 for this episode. The first, since we got Halloween coming up, the first is 2 Halloween charts. Hare's Halloween by Plum Street Samplers, and Halloween markings, Spooky Cat from Heart and Hand. And these are not huge projects, so I figured if we give them away now, you should be able to, enjoy stitching on them while we're still in the season. So if you're interested in the 2 Halloween charts, just say Halloween in your comment, because that's what I'll search for. And the next 2, going out a little bit further into maybe the Christmas holiday season for stitching, I have 2 Abby Rose designs. And one is Christmas Calories Don't Count, and then this stocking ornament, sampler stocking ornament number 2. I really like that. And Christmas Calories Don't Count. So, and if you're interested in this one, just say Abby Rose, and that's what I'll search for, Abby Rose. So please follow all the rules, be at least 18, don't say freebie, don't say giveaway. Whenever I, give these away, I'd like them to go to a stitcher who, actually wants to stitch it, not somebody who's just looking for free stuff. So I will, search for your comments. Next time I'll announce the winners and have those things out to you lickety-split so that you can get stitching on them if you want to try to stitch them for this particular season. So, and I think that's pretty much it. I'm so glad to have spent some time with you today. If you're a returning subscriber, I really appreciate that. I appreciate that you're willing to give up some of your time to look at what I'm doing and you know, comment and, you know, just it's very nice. If you're a new subscriber, someone who has wandered across my channel, I hope that you saw some things that maybe inspired you today. I hope that you'll, you know, come back and subscribe to my channel and come back and see what I've got cooking for the next episode. So it'll be a couple of weeks probably before I'm back. In the meantime, create every day, and I thank you so much. Bye-bye.